You're watching the new CTV. And this is Focus with your host, Paul Dingaman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus program. We're already into the beginning parts of February 2013. We've got active things going on in the community, which we're going to tell you about today. We've got 3 segments lined up. We're going to open up with some representatives from St. Clair County Community Mental Health and some contests that they've got coming up. Then some thespians from St. Clair Theater Troupe to talk to us about the play they're going to perform right around the corner called Into the Woods, In the Woods. I think it's In the Woods or Into the Woods, something like that. And finally, Bill Stockwell and Sharon Wilton will be along to talk to us about Relay for Life, which is coming up in the spring, but they need your help now. But let's begin with the new Executive Director of St. Clair County Community Mental Health, Deb Johnson, and her assistant, Amy Smith. I'm trying to put the planning in there too, all in one sentence, and it got tongue-tied. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
2013 is a big year for you specifically and for St. Clair County Community Mental Health. We'll get into that, but a good friend, mutual friend of ours has retired or is retiring momentarily, Mr. Michael McCartan, and you have the honor of filling huge shoes, as everybody's told you.
Yes, huge shoes. I'm looking forward to the challenge, though. I think, he's trained me for, I've worked for him for over 25 years, but directly with him for the last 15 years. He's mentored me, and he thinks I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
How many people in the agency?
Oh, about 300.
300. And you serve St. Clair County, portions of Sand Lac, portions of Lapeer?
Actually, we manage the services being provided in Sand Lac and Lapeer County. There's community mental health agencies, just like St. Clair County Community Mental Health in both of those counties, but we manage the Medicaid funding for those 2 counties as well as for St. Clair County.
Big responsibility.
Very big
Big
responsibility.
opportunities. You got to be a little bit excited.
I am excited, I'm excited. I think it's going to be good.
It will be.
You and Amy are here today to talk about some current things that are going on. What's happening?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, we have a creative arts contest every year, and I just want to give you a little backdrop of why we started to do what we're doing. We talked about the stigma associated with mental health treatment, developmental disabilities, all of that, and talked about the only way we're ever going to change stigma is if we can start impacting people at a much younger age, school age. So we talked about different ways, and at the very earliest age, we have a program that's not a contest, but it's called Read All About It, and we can talk about that a different day if you'd like. But for the contest today that we're going to talk about, we have a middle school writing contest, and we have a high school poster contest. And by having these contests, we hope that it helps kids to know about community mental health, learn about it, and hopefully in doing so, chip away at some of the stigma that exists about people with differences. So the contest is based on our theme for the year. This year's theme is spirituality, which happens to be one of the 5 pathways to recovery. And spirituality, a lot of times when people hear that word, they automatically jump to religion.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily have to be about religion.
Okay.
And so that's our theme. And I don't know, what, you want me to just keep rambling?
In the middle school, what it is, it's a writing contest. So we're asking for an essay, 7th, 8th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, whether they're homeschooled or parochial school or one of the public schools, anybody's eligible. And all they have to do is write no more than a 500-word essay on spirituality and recovery.
I think the word spirituality covers a lot of things. And as you said, it's not necessarily church-driven, that kind of thing. Right. It's a feeling of life and et cetera, et cetera. Did the teachers take time to explain the word to them, obviously?
We hope so. Each one of the teachers in the middle school were sent a packet, and they were invited if they would want somebody from Community Mental Health to come in and make a presentation to their class. We could. Actually, one of our staff is at the middle school here in St. Clair today, talking with the students. And again, that's another great way to do some of our anti-stigma and helping the kids understand about the differences and mental illness and or developmental disabilities and stuff. So it's a great opportunity for us to get out and do a little PR work, great opportunity for the kids to ask questions and get involved. So
I was just going to say that this is the packet that Amy was referring to, and it even gives like a little description of spirituality, what it means. It's kind of about self-exploration and how it contributes to a person's recovery, or how it can contribute to a person's recovery.
In previous years, how many, this is like the 10th annual contest, isn't it? In previous years, this is the 6th for this one I see.
Right.
on the
6 for the
piece of
writing.
paper. How many participants have you had?
We've had a couple hundred.
Really?
Yeah, and each
Wonderful.
It is. It's great. Every school, I think every school district in St. Clair County has at least had one or more submittals in the poster contest for sure, and then in the writing contest. I think it's been most of the schools, and you don't actually. You could be homeschooled. You can go to a charter school. You don't have to. You could parochial school,
As long as
whatever.
you're in that age group.
As long as you're in that age group.
And a St. Clair County resident.
Correct.
Those are the only criteria.
Well, what do I win?
Oh, you can win good stuff. If you are the best in show in either contest, you would win $250.
Ooh.
First place is $100, second place $75, third $50. We used to use U.S. savings bonds, but they're not really that great of an investment anymore. So we're giving them cash. They can hopefully use it towards some educational thing.
Buy an iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talked about spirituality and recovery. It's a two-part story that's got to be written.
Right.
Okay, good. All right, now let's.
At the high school, then, it is an art contest.
Okay.
And kind of the same thing, high school student, whether you attend public or charter or parochial or homeschool, as long as you're a St. Clair County resident.
Evan will throw up last year's winner on the screen there. We'll take a look at that. We've got a poster of it here, but a little better, closer picture of it. And there it is right there. That's last year's winner, and it was Empowerment Leads to Recovery. Who was the winner?
That was our theme last year. The winner last year was
Lauren
Marine City High.
Marine City High, yes.
Marine City High School.
Okay.
Her teacher was Mike Blado. Mike, he usually has a lot of submittals. He's been a real supporter of this particular initiative of ours, and his kids have submitted every year. One change that we made actually last year or 2 years ago, we used to accept graphic art, and now we don't. It has to be original artwork, not created on a computer, because there's a concern if you pull something off that's already been used and copyrighted.
Copyright
it needs to be
problems.
somebody's, and we don't have the time to research if it's been out there. So it needs to be original artwork. So that reduced our numbers a little bit, but we still have 200 or so.
It's great. And we are finding that the students just love to get involved in this kind of activity. They really, it's active. They can feel it. They can touch it.
Exactly.
And they're competing against their peers.
Well, and the neat thing with the art is that then our grand prize winner, we make into our poster.
Right.
And so it goes up on the billboards. It's all of the artwork is displayed at our annual meeting, which is May 7th. So the winners and their parents are invited to our annual meeting. They're all recognized. The writings go into a booklet like this.
Let me hold that booklet up here.
The other artwork is displayed also, so other people everybody who's at the meeting can see it.
Now this booklet here, this is used where?
Well, we give them out that night
That
to
night.
everybody that attends our annual awards
Okay.
meeting. We
And
also
they get the front cover. That's pretty cool.
yeah, they get the front
Exactly.
cover, and then the writing that is submitted is included in there, and other artwork, other posters that were submitted, pictures are in there, and we also have it in our lobbies of our waiting areas. We've used it at conferences in terms of the things that we distribute to people to show the things that we're doing to try to break down the barriers of stigma. So they go around. We give obviously to the families.
Shared at the state level, with
The,
other agencies.
St. Clair County Community Mental Health, how does the spring and the year look for you? There are other programs. Amy's involved in 2 or 3 programs. What else are we seeing on the future?
Do you mean related to?
Just what's going on and
Well-
events that are coming up?
Well, we have our Run for Recovery. That is May
11th.
11th. That we had about 500 runners last year because, obviously the biggest thing is we are continuing to move towards more integrated healthcare system with, the whole country is trying to do that. The state, and specifically we are trying to do that in St. Clair County. We recognize how important physical health is to good mental health. So that's one of the things that we're doing, trying to promote good health, healthy minds, healthy bodies. It's kind of the theme of our Run for Recovery. We also have the Resource Fair coming up,
That'll be also May 15th.
May
Okay.
15th.
So we'll be back for that, the Community Resource
Okay.
Fair. March, we have Development and Disabilities Month. So we'll be doing some brown bag lunch series, focusing on each one of the diagnoses. Haven't set those what they are, but, we'll be doing that.
We'll get that information out soon. It's always on our website too. The things that we're doing is we update the website and our Facebook page.
Once more, let's go through how I get involved. There's 2 contests going. One is for writing, one is for art. Give me a...
In a nutshell, the deadline is by February 28th.
Okay.
So
I got a little time.
If you're in the middle school area, you can do a writing contest. Theme is spirituality and recovery. And go to our website. If you don't have a packet, all the rules are there. Double spaced, how many words, that type of stuff. The art contest, again, February 28th. And it has to be an original drawing. And again, that information is on the website. You have a chance to win $50, $75, $100. Grand prize is $250.
So moms and dads that are watching this should ask the kids, what about that contest?
Exactly.
The
Yep.
one other thing I want to add is in terms of how the winner is selected, we do open judging, and it's really based on the highest vote getter.
Oh.
And on March 14th at our main office at 3111 Electric Avenue in Port Huron, all the posters that are submitted will be displayed, and anybody has the opportunity to come in and vote.
Okay, that's
on,
fair.
on the top several. I
That's
think
fair.
we haven't picked the top 3 they like best
Yeah.
or top 4.
Yeah.
So we would encourage any of your viewers to stop in,
Beautiful.
and you can stop in
I'll
too.
do that, maybe.
All right,
I'll
that'd
try
be
and
great.
make that. The website is simple. It's www.sccc, that's 3 C's, MH for St. Clair County Community Mental Health.org. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank
Amy,
you
always
so
a
much,
pleasure to see
Paul.
you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Look
Thank you
forward
for
to working
having
with you
us.
for a long, long time.
I do too.
And we will encourage people to get involved in this project. Sounds like a
Great.
good one.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back with some thespians from St. Clair High School in just a second. Okay, we grab those mics right here. Into the Woods, Into the Woods. That's the name of the play. St. Clair Theater Troupe. It's not a troupy, it's a troupe. And we have 3 of the actors with us today to talk to us about this play. And in front of me is
Aaron Buckley.
Aaron Buckley. Welcome back again. And do I have Joseph?
Yes.
I got it right, Joseph Martin. And Garrett Hadwin. Nice to meet you, fellas. I think we've met this guy many, many times.
Yep.
You 2 are somewhat new to the
Yes.
Focus set. We welcome you. Talk to me about In the Woods.
It's a collection of grim fairy tales,
Oh, okay.
and in each grim fairy tale, there's somebody that wishes something, and throughout the play, you find out how the different wishes affect other people in other parts of the play, the different stories.
The Grimm, are they all scary kinds of things? Or are they
No.
happy? Or are they...
No, you have the story of Cinderella,
Okay.
Rapunzel, the baker and his wife, Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf, and Jack and the Beanstalk.
So it's a little different than the Sunday night program on ABC called Once Upon a Time.
Oh, very different. Yes.
You're not killing and stabbing people on the St. Clair
Not a whole lot.
performing arts stage. Okay. What is your role, Aaron?
I play a dual character of the wolf and Cinderella's prince.
Oh,
My character is typically doubled in stage productions because they both represent an appetite.
all right. Sounds good to me. Joseph, what's your involvement in this operation?
My part is Rapunzel's prince, which is Cinderella's prince, younger brother. And throughout the play, we have like a brotherly relationship where he says something and then I one-up his, and then that's our relationship throughout the play.
And you have a good time.
Yes.
Doing it. Is it a big role? I mean, do you have a lot of lines to remember?
Not as much as other productions that I've been in, but I have 2 songs with just me and Aaron, so that's a little different than normal.
So it is a musical.
Yes.
Okay. And Garrett, Hadwin, talk to me about your participation in the Woods.
Well, I play the baker, and my wife and I are trying to have a child, but having some difficulties. Turns out one of my neighbors, a witch, has placed a curse on my family,
Oh,
and we're trying to lift the curse. We have to get 4 items from each of the other fairy tales. The cow is white as milk, Jack's cow. The cape is red as blood, Little Red's cape. The hair is pure as gold. No, the hair is yellow as corn,
okay.
Rapunzel's hair. And the slippers is pure as gold, Cinderella's slippers.
Wow, pretty cool. And do you have some singing parts too?
Yes, I have quite a few.
Quite a few. Talk to me about your experiences in Mr. Eberhardt's School of Theater.
Well, I've been in 5 productions, but this is my first musical. And it's been a lot of fun. Eb, he can get a little intense sometimes.
No.
He's not afraid to tell someone when they're being dumb.
That's right.
But I
It's a
think
learning process. He's a coach.
definitely.
Keep going.
It's been a lot of fun. He's gotten a lot less intense over the years,
It's called
But-
maturity.
maybe. Or I'm just being better.
Right, there you go. There could be a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Joseph, your involvement with Mr. Eberhardt?
This is my 4th production with Mr. Eberhard, and throughout last year and this year, I've gotten to know him better than what I've heard from Aaron and Garrett. At first, it was a little scary going in, hearing that he'll explode once in a while, but once you're in a few productions, it's not as bad as it sounds. It's quite enjoyable.
It's constructive.
He'll only explode if something goes extremely wrong or if someone's safety is in danger.
Oh, well, I like the
Yeah.
second part there, the safety's in danger. And you've been involved in how many plays?
Oh gosh, I think 12 with the St. Clair High School Theater Troupe.
Wow, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
Love theater.
What grade are you in now?
I am a senior.
Senior?
I'm a sophomore.
Also a senior.
Also a senior? So you've got a lot of Eberhard time ahead of you.
Yes, I do.
What are your plans for next year?
Looking at Oakland University.
Good place in theater?
No, actually music education. I want to be a band director, but I'll
Well, good
still
for you.
stay in theater.
Good for you. How about you?
I'm going to SC4. Not
Great
really
place
sure
to
what
start.
I want to do.
Great. Well, that's fine. Many of us didn't know what we wanted to do for long periods of time. Talk to me about In the Woods. When it is it? How much are tickets, et cetera, et cetera?
It's February 7th through the 9th, and it starts at 7 o'clock each of those nights. It's $8 for students and seniors and $12 for parents.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. There was, we had a notice on the community bulletin board for senior citizens. There was, through the National Honor Society, I don't know if that's been filled or not, but there was like 50 tickets available and dinner that was available. So I don't know, they might want to call out to Ms. Higgins at the high school and check on that. But so it's fun. What is Mr. Eberhard going to do another play this spring?
We have a play coming up this spring. He has not told us what it is going to be yet, though.
Okay. Would you hope for a drama or a comedy or a musical?
He typically only does 1 musical a year. He mentioned doing Hamlet, so I'm kind of hoping for that, but
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, good Lord. On the end. Any final thoughts? Let's go through the times again and the dates of In the Woods.
February 7th, 8th, and 9th, and each night it starts at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, good luck to you.
Thank
Break
you.
a bunch of legs.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That's your invitation. It's another one of the fine productions from St. Clair Theater Troupe. We are so lucky in this community to have two fine troupes, the one in Marine City and the one in St. Clair. They put on some wonderful performances at that beautiful East China Performing Arts Center. If you haven't been there, make sure you get there. We'll be back with some guests from Relay for Life from East China just a second. It's just the beginning of February, but the planning and the committee work has already begun on a wonderful event that happens each year in East China Township, and it's called Relay for Life. The event chair, Mr. Bill Stockwell, welcome back to Focus, sir. And you brought along the boss, Sharon Wilton from the American Cancer Society.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you out to the both of you. Welcome. It's, as I said, it's only February, but it's June will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, sure will.
Talk to me about what's going on this year.
Well, our event is June 15th and 16th at East China Park, and it starts at 8:30 in the morning until 8:30 in the morning. It's a 24-hour event. But what we're really here for today is to talk a little bit about kickoff. Our kickoff is February 20th.
Okay, that's just around the corner.
Yep, at Pine Shores at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And we're looking for new teams and trying to get some survivors to get involved and have people come out to see how they can get involved with us.
How many teams did you have last year? Round figure.
Last year, I think we had 22.
Ooh, that's wonderful.
So we were up a few from the year before.
A little bit of competition from this one to that one,
Well,
and that always helps.
there's a lot of competition. There's some teams that raise a lot of money and some teams that raise a little bit of money, and it's pretty good.
Sharon, you're from the headquarters, from American Cancer Society. You've been around the Blue Water area for a long time, but tell me about your job, your commitment.
Okay. Certainly. Well, I'm the staff partner for St. Clair County for the American Cancer Society. So we have, of course, our East China Relay coming up, and you mentioned that we're, starting our planning now that it's February, but we really plan all year round for Relay. Once Relay's over in June, we have wrap up, and then we really start planning for the next year. So my role as staff partner is really to work with the committee. The committee really plans the event, carries out all of those plans, and of course we know it's going to be a phenomenal event. And my role is to be the staff person to help them with things that they need in that planning process. So certainly we work, it's hard work, but it's great, rewarding work, and the event is phenomenal. So
The results, the numbers are starting to change slowly to the positive for cancer research
Yes.
and for cancer survival, aren't they?
that is correct. Recently, just in the last couple of weeks, American Cancer Society announced that there's a 20% reduction in cancer deaths since the early 90s.
Isn't that wonderful?
It is phenomenal, and it equates to 1.2 million people who survive that normally would not have. So there's been a phenomenal amount of work being done through events like Relay for Life and our volunteers and fundraising efforts. There's still more work to be done, though, and so certainly we continue on with our Relay events and other support.
Relay for Life is just not exclusive to East China, it's really all over the nation, isn't it?
That's correct. It's a nationwide, actually international event. There are events in other countries. We have over 5,000 events in the United States. 1 in every 100 Americans is a relayer.
Oh my God, that's a
know.
great statistic.
It is.
Great statistic.
Yes.
Bill, your 20 teams, where do they come from? From all over the county or just in our immediate area?
Well,
Marine City, St. Clair.
most of our teams come from the Marine City, St. Clair, and the surrounding townships. We have a couple teams from Algonac, but
You don't keep bar anybody.
No, absolutely not. We have teams. Actually, one of our teams, I was talking to the team captain this weekend, and she said most of her team comes up from Ohio. They're
Oh.
family of hers. They come up for the weekend and
Make it into that.
relay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So yeah, we don't.
Number of years ago, we had some coverage of the candle. Talk to me about
The
that.
luminary.
Luminary.
Luminary ceremony. It's really one of the most moving ceremonies that you'll see. What we do is we have bags, they're called luminary bags, they're white, and you decorate them for people that have either survivors who have fought the battle and won, or in memory of those that have fought the battle and lost. And then we have, the way we do it at our event is we get the list of names, and we have a scrolling list of names on a wall that people can stop and look at throughout the ceremony, and it's really pretty touching.
Pretty. And you do that in the evening?
Yeah, right.
Light the candles and
Just after dark.
dusk.
About 9:45, I think, is start time for that. We have a little ceremony, and then
We
do the
threw up
candles.
the American Cancer Society. We got to this site by going to the American Cancer Society main site, and then you clicked on Relay for Life East China.
That's correct.
And this is the form that's up, so you can sign up or you can donate. It's right there if you want to participate. 12 teams and 53 participants raised $2,300 plus
So far.
last year.
Nope,
And
that's just.
that's this year so
That's
far.
this year.
Yep.
Oh, well, good. And the kickoff party is down there in the bottom line, Wednesday, February the 20th, 6 p.m., Pine Shores Golf Course, and everyone is invited.
Absolutely.
Everyone's invited.
Have we missed anything?
No,
I don't
We'll
think
have you
so.
back
Pretty
as the season progresses here, and we get closer to the relay for itself. But as you said, the teams are the way to really make it successful.
yeah, that's how the more teams, the more people that get involved and raise the money. This year our goal is $100,000.
Wow.
We set a pretty lofty goal, and so we need some help getting there.
Well, you just keep coming back, and hopefully we can help you. Bill, thanks
Thank you,
much,
Paul.
my friend. Sharon,
Thank
very
you.
nice to see you.
Thank you for having
We'll
us.
say hello to our mutual friend for you,
All
and
right.
Miss Elizabeth Steiner. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, Paul Dingman. Thanks for watching.